Hi, Miss Scott here. I'm going to show you how to make 5 different animals using salt dough. So first I'm going to show you how to make a peacock. To do this, roll a ball of the salt dough. Then you're going to want to roll it out with a rolling pin, or you can just flatten it down with your hand if you don't have a rolling pin. So I'm making it into an oval shape. Next I'm getting another ball of salt dough and I'm splitting that up into lots of smaller pieces. I want all these pieces to be the same size because they are going to make the feathers on the peacock. So roll your little pieces into a ball and then squash them down with your finger or your thumb to make the indentation, and then just give them a pinch on the edge, and that will make the feathers for your peacock. Then you want to lift up the front of the peacock, and this will make the neck and the head. You want to lift it up quite far. I'll just turn it around for you there, then you can see. So you want to lift it up quite far because salt dough kind of droops, so you're kind of fighting against gravity here. And then just make the nose, just give it a little point at the end for the beak. I'm just adding little decorations there using a cocktail stick. Here I'm going to show you how to make a little bird. So again, just start with a ball of salt dough and roll it up into a ball. Give that a squash down either with your hands or a rolling pin. And I'm making it into an oval shape again. Just lifting it up off the table there to stop it from sticking to the table. Then I'm using my cocktail stick again, just to make little patterns. And then cutting a section out into the middle part. You then roll this up, and this will create the head. Turn it over and roll up from the bottom. This will create the body. And push it around, and that will make the wings go together so they form the wings. Squash the back down, and that will make the little tail at the back. Using a cocktail stick again to add the little feathers to the tail, and then just pinch the head to make the beak. Now I'm going to show you how to make a hedgehog. Now I think this is probably the easiest one to make, so you just roll a ball of salt dough again, just like the others, and then pinch one end of it and squash it down a bit, and that will make the nose. Then get some scissors and pinch it with the end of the scissors, and that makes the spikes. You can then pinch the nose a little bit again and make it so it's pointing up a little bit, and that's it. Now I'm going to show you how to make a fish. So start off with a ball of salt dough. Squash it down, and we want it to be a circle this time. Then fold it over, and then fold it over again. So we've made like a little triangle there. And then cut into the back part of it. This will make the fins, and I'm just adding some decoration there again using a cocktail stick. Separate the little fins at the back. I'm just pushing the body together now with a knife, or you could use a cocktail stick, and then just squash the edges together of the fins. I'm then going to use a cookie cutter to make the scales. So just push that in a little bit, and that makes the scales. And then I turn it over to make the head. just using a pen there to push in for the eye. And there you go. Finally, I'm going to show you how to make a frog. So you want a large ball of salt dough and a smaller ball of salt dough for this one. The larger ball you want to flatten out either with your hand or a rolling pin, and you want that into a nice big circle. Then get the smaller ball and put that into the middle. Fold over your circle, leaving a little bit so you can still see the ball in the middle. That will create the middle of the mouth then. Then squash the edges together, a bit like a pasty. This one's quite tricky to remember where to cut, so you need to cut here and here, and that will actually make the eyes. So roll those up to make the eyes. And then you need to make a cut at the back, and this will make the back legs and the front legs. So fold under the front legs like this, and then just pull out the back legs. Then I'm using a cocktail stick again just to make the little toes. I'll turn it around here, then you can see the back, and they're the little back legs, and I'm just making some little toes again for the back legs. You can then put your salt dough animals on some greaseproof paper, or you can use a tiny bit of olive oil and just put that on the baking tray. Put them in the baking tray in the oven at 120 degrees. And they need to be in the oven for about 20 minutes. I will just keep checking them to see how they're looking. Once your salt dough animals have cooled down, you can then paint them. I would recommend using acrylic paint, that's what I've used here, because you don't need to use any water with them. I think using any kind of water on your salt dough animals could make them go soggy. So stick to acrylic paints if you can, or poster paints.